All right. Hey guys. So this Zoom is going to be going over everything that I personally learned and took away from Nashville. Nashville is honestly like one of, I honestly have to say it was the best event I have ever been to. As far as like being just like a diamond and above, like it was really amazing. And I just am so excited that I went, that I got to experience everything that I experienced because it was something like no other. From being able to just hear, like have the diamond time, which was exclusive for diamonds and above. That was absolutely incredible, having that one-on-one time with Mark, and then being able to go to the diamond and above party and interact with ambassadors and Pam and Kay and all those people that we look up to and just get to talk to them and just soak it all in was absolutely amazing. And then going to Saturday, hearing all the tips and just being there and like being in that presence, it was just something that was so incredible. And guys, like as long as Chrissy and with Chelsea, we were able to have dinner, a private dinner with Pam Souter, her husband, Ambassador Susan Wade, a few other of our team members, and then Dr. Dom, which is the guy who formulated our products. Like, if that doesn't blow your mind that we were able to just go there and just like have dinner. I mean, that was something that was just crazy for me because like, that was really awesome because we all got to talk to Pam. We got to hang out with Kay. We got to, just like talk and fellowship and have so much fun together. And we honestly, like, I know that when Christy and Chelsea talked tonight, I'm so excited, but I know like I had so many moments this weekend. It was just absolutely amazing. So I'm going to start off going over like just some of our, some of the things I went over from Diamond Time. And then I'm going to pull in like Christy and Chelsea as well to give you guys some of the insight that they learned and things that they saw while they were there. So the biggest thing that your biggest battle that you're ever going to go through in this business is just your mindset. It's what you have inside of you. And I really, really, really loved that they said that Mark said this. And he said, somebody asked him, like, what was the biggest thing that – like, what do you see in a leader? Like, how do you know somebody's going to be successful? Like, when you look at a lawyer, you know it's a lawyer. When you look at a doctor, you can tell they're a doctor. But, like, when you look for, like, somebody who's, like, amazing and it works, like, what do you see? And he said, you don't. Like, it's just what's inside of you. So you don't have to look a certain way to be amazing in this business. You don't have to, say certain things or do whatever. Like, you literally, it's what is inside of you that makes you an amazing distributor for it work. So I really thought that was, like, huge. Mark Pentecost said, it's been a great ride, but wait, we're just getting started. And that, like, when he said that, like, it honestly gave me chills, and that's why I had to write it down. Intentional. He said, be intentional, and all of the competition is in your head. So I love this because, you may think, maybe, something about another company could compete with us. Well, that's in your head. Somebody else competing with you, maybe a network distributor, that is all in your head. Everything that you tell yourself about, maybe like, I'm going to really get into this because Mark really like broke this down and I thought this was huge. But if you think that there's too many people, if you think that maybe, I don't know, if you're having any sort of doubts, like I really believe, and so does he, that it's just in your head. And that hit me like, wow, Katie, like everything is just like you're telling yourself. Sometimes negative thoughts, sometimes random things that happen, like everything is just in my head. He gave us 6 keys to success. And I really wanted to share these because holy moly. Okay. So your 5 closest friends determine your income. I want you right now to think like, who are your 5 closest friends? Like, I honestly, like, when I started this business, like, if I had to say, like, would I want them to determine my income? Like, no. So think about your 5 closest friends. Tell me who your friends are, and then that tells me who you are. So if you're hanging around people who are not where you want to be in 10 years, maybe people who have, not so hot jobs, maybe they don't even have a job. And I'm not saying like stay-at-home moms. Like I'm talking like you just don't, in general, you don't have a job. Maybe they just aren't and they're not trying to get a job. Like the people that you just, would you want to trade spots with them? If the answer is no, then you're going to want to find some better friends. You want friends that push you. You don't want friends that are like, oh yeah, it sucks that you're not doing well and that, you're about to have to apply for all this government assistance. Yeah, but that's okay, girl. You're good. That's fine. You can live on that. You'll be fine. Like, I want some friend that's like, girl, get on that until you can find something better. Like, you can do this. Get yourself together. Move up. Like, I want somebody who's encouraging me to do better. Not so much somebody who is, like, encouraging me to, like, settle. And somebody who is encouraging me to just not take charge of my life. So you really want to find friends that push you, and with It Works, I have honestly found more friends that push me to do better, push me to be better, push me to do more, push me to take my business to a new level, push me to be a better leader. And I love that, because I am not the same person that I was 2.5 years ago. And when people tell me like, wow, Katie, like you are killing it. Like somebody on my Snapchat that I went to high school with Snapchatted me this weekend and said, dude, you seriously live the life. I took that as such a compliment. Okay. So, if you have a bad day, you need 10 people around you that are willing to help you and push you to get yourself out of that negative, I had a bad day mindset, and push you to have a better day tomorrow. You really need a mentor. So whether that's the person that enrolled you, or like me, I'm an orphan. My upline quit on me. So maybe your upline quit on me, one, you have me, obviously, hello, hi. But also you have other people that you can look up to, like Jade Hooper. You have people like John Maxwell, other network marketing people that like Mel Robbins, Tony Robbins, things like that. Like you need to find somebody who you can relate to on a personal level. Maybe you don't relate to me. Maybe, you're just like, all right, like Katie's cool or whatever. But like, I don't really relate to her story. Maybe you're older and you're like, well, my kids are grown. Maybe you don't have kids. That's cool. There's other people out there that are like you. And you can find somebody in It Works that has a situation very similar to yours. Something that I thought was crazy was at the Nashville boot camp. Like we didn't even have like a huge room. I mean, like a lot of people there. There was maybe like 1,000 people there. And let me tell you, there was a girl who had like the like minusculous like chance of having like, I'm like, wow, like obviously Pam Sauter said something. I forget what the qualification things were like of her life. And then she was like, if you have this, this, and this, like 3 things, just like this girl does, stand up. And 3 people stood up. And I was like, how in the world? So that just shows me like, if you have something like maybe you're, mom, an army wife whose husband is, deployed or whatever, and then you have something else going on, I'm sure there's somebody else who has the same situation as you, and It Works. You just have to find them. And if you need help finding somebody that you relate to, you need to ask your upline. If they don't know, ask me. Okay, so how do you, let me see. Oh yeah. How do I become the leader that I want to be? You need to use that mentor and follow their steps. So I thought this was huge because you know what? Let me tell you, I found Jade Hooper in the beginning of my business. And about a month after I was in, I found Jade Hooper. And if you follow a lot of things that I do, a lot of the things that I do mimics Jade Hooper because I love her. I relate to her. She's very driven to the point and kick ass. And I love that. I love that about her. And I want those traits in me. So I have followed Jade. I have learned things from her and other people who have the same personality type just like me, because for me, like that, I aspire to be Jade. Jade is amazing. She has an amazing leadership qualities. She has amazing mom qualities. She's just like a really awesome person that I look up to. So for me, like whenever I'm trying to train learn more, self-development, things like that, like I look up to her and I find things like that I want to change, like to kind of like, I don't want to say like change myself to be like her, but basically to like train myself to be better, to be a better leader, to be a better sponsor, to be a better, better at this business, better mom, better wife, things like that. I don't just use Jade, but I use Mel Robbins. I use several different self-development books. But if you want to be a better leader, you need to find somebody that you can relate to so you can kind of see like they've been there, done that. How do they overcome it? The journey is more important than the destination. So yeah, being an ambassador diamond is amazing. It's a life-changing rank. I mean, you make amazing money as an ambassador diamond, but how you get there is so important. And don't feel like there is a time limit on you. Don't feel like because you've been in this business 8 months and you haven't promoted to diamond yet, that something is wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. Sometimes journeys take longer for certain people, and that's just how it is. And that is okay. If it takes you 24 months to get to diamond, I will still be here cheering you on all 24 months until you reach diamond. It is just important that you do not quit. And I have got some serious stuff for you guys in here about quitting that I thought was so important. I feel like so many people need to hear this. But look at your journey. Look how far you've come. Maybe you've been in this business for 30 days. Maybe you've been up to 6 months. I don't know. However long you've been in this business, look at yourself 6 months ago or whenever you started. Are you the same person? I want you to put that in the chat. Are you the same person that you were when you started? Because I'm not. 2.5 years ago, I was shy. I was like literally like I would not talk to a soul. I was angry. I was depressed. I wouldn't talk to anybody. And I honestly, I was mean. I was straight out mean. Like I was mad with my life, so I would be mean to other people because I just thought everybody else should have a shitty life because mine was. So I honestly feel like looking at myself, and I'm proud of that. And I'm proud of, when you guys look back, you're proud of the transformation that you've made, correct? Like you're like, okay, 6 months ago, I was like this, but now I'm like this because of it works. So look at yourself like that. Whenever you're feeling like, man, I don't know if I'm made for this or I don't know, whatever, look how far you've come. Don't always compare yourself to, wow, well, this girl did it in 6 months or this girl did it in 30 days and I'm still here 2 months in, I still didn't do it, or a year later and I still didn't do it. Okay. 30 days and I'm not the same person, totally different attitude. Yes. My manager at my talk show, she noticed a change in me in a good way ever since I joined the business. Yes. Awesome. So you need to be a lifelong learner, and keep learning one thing at a time to get yourself out of a rut. So I loved when he said this, because sometimes things don't go our way, and this is so crucial. Sometimes things suck. Sometimes you'll have a million no's and maybe one yes. And sometimes you won't enroll the masses, okay? There'll be months where you're like, dang, I only enrolled 2 customers this month. Or maybe you enrolled none. Okay, let's just put it like that. Maybe you enrolled none. You need to figure out how you got in that rut and how you're gonna get yourself out, and how you're gonna prevent it from happening again. That is the most important thing, is learning how to get out, but don't overwhelm yourself on getting out of that rut. Really have a talk to with yourself and say, okay, yesterday I didn't do anything because I was having a pity party that I sucked last month. But today I'm gonna start over and this is what I'm going to do. Boom. The grind. Okay. Put it in, and you gotta balance your life, but don't be afraid to outwork people. Okay, so here we go. The grind. People always say, and Mark said this so clearly, who wants to go ambassador diamond? And like everybody's like, woo, me, right? Everybody wants to make 40 grand a month. I mean, who doesn't? But how many of those people are going to put in the work and what it takes to get to ambassador diamond? Nothing worth having. Like, no, you don't make $40,000 in a month being lazy. You don't make $40,000 a month not completing what needs to be done, not messaging, not working, and wishing. That's never going to get you to ambassador. There is only a small fraction of people that are willing to bust their ass enough to get to ambassador. So I want you to like think that in for a second. Like everybody says, whenever we're at a conference, whenever we're at, boot camp, whenever we're like at an event, everybody says, woo, I want ambassador as soon as they say. Everybody wants $40,000 a month. But the fraction of them are going to get it because those small amount of people are willing to put in the work. So put it in, balance out your life. This is crucial. Balancing out your life is so important too, because there is never going to be such thing as a balanced life. Like, I'm just going to tell you all that right now. There is never going to be a day where you're like, wow, I spent the perfect amount of time with my kid. I spent the perfect amount of time working. I spent the perfect amount of time cleaning. Hell no. No, like if you are a mom, things are just like all over the place all the time. And that's okay. Just balance it as much as you can. You work hard. You spend time with your kid. Spend time with your husband. Balance is a juggling act, blah, 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 blah. Do not overwork. Do not spend too much here, not too much here. Make a perfect balance for you. And if you feel one side's overweighing, kind of come back on the other side. You guys have just got to kind of like go with the flow. Don't beat yourself up if you feel like, one thing or the other. It's really all about you figuring what works for you, but you need to find that balance and pay attention to the balance, and do not let one side get touch the ground. You want them pretty leveled out. If you see one side coming up, you need to bring that other side right back up. Don't let one touch the ground, because that's when you're going to get into a rut. Okay? Like when you spend too much time with your kid, you're not working, you're not making money, then you're depressed because you spend too much time over here. But maybe you're working the business too much, and then you're like, oh man, I'm not spending enough time with my kid. That touches the ground. Then you're going to go put the business on the back burner and never ever work it. You're not going to make any money, and then you can't pay bills. So you really have to keep a good balance. Okay. Fit, fuel, and focus. I know you guys have been seeing all these things that Mark has been saying, and Pam with the hints for the new product line and all that kind of stuff. Health and fitness corresponds with your business success. Strength, discipline, and confidence. What are you fueling your mind and body with? Guys, let me just tell you. There is, everybody in our push group, y'all already know, like, what we've been pushing for this fueling your mind. Like, what are you fueling your mind with? One, are you using the product? Are you using it? If you're not using the product, like, I'm just going to tell you right now, like, how are you going to share anything about the business? Are you going to buy, if you're not using the product, are you going to buy something from somebody who doesn't use the product? Like, let's just put it like that, because probably not. Are you going to buy something from somebody if they're like, oh yeah, you should buy this? I'll be like, oh, what's it like? I don't know, because I never tried it. Let me ask somebody else. No, nobody's going to buy it. It's so important to use the product. How do I balance my time? My life is not balanced, okay? I'm not that organized. what I like to do is I like to work the business in the morning because that means I'm not wasting, like, I'm not like missing time with Cammie and Zach. So when I wake up in the morning, I set an alarm. I have to set the alarm or I will sleep until 10:30. And basically I wake up in the morning, I work the business. And then like I hang out with them, I have breakfast with them. I will not answer messages when I'm eating breakfast. I will not answer messages when I'm eating lunch, and I will not answer messages when I'm eating dinner. Those 3 times of the day are absolutely not. I take an hour a day, and that hour, like maybe even 2 hours sometimes, and it's no phone. Like the phone stays in my room. And I go out in my house, we play games, we go outside. But other than that, mom's got to work. I make money. And the cool thing is, if she comes in here, she needs me, she wants to talk to me for a few minutes, I just sit it down and talk. That's what the beauty of this business, but guys, it is a business. So it's not something that you can just work, you know, here, there, over there. Like you need to work or you're not going to make any money. So you can either work it at your house or you can go get a 9-to-5 job and sit at the office from 9 to 5 and miss all that time. So it's so crucial for you to have time with your family by themselves, but also to work the business. So for me, what works best is because my whole family stays home, not just me. I wake up in the morning, I work the business, I do my self-development. I wake up, do self-development, work, and then when Cammie gets up, which is usually about an hour, hour and a half after I start working, I sit everything down, we have breakfast, we hang out. Then she'll start doing her own thing because she's tired of talking to me. And then she'll go play, and Zach will play with her. I work a little bit more. I do my errands. I do things I have to do, but I'm answering messages. I'm busy. You know, I'm working. And then at nighttime, I work again. But it's usually whenever we have, like, Cammie's got downtime, that's when I'm working because that's important to me. But honestly, like, Zach just knows, like, at the time, if you guys have to explain to your spouse, too, like, yo, like, if this is my time to work, like, this is my time to work. They've got to understand it's a business, and it's better than you having to go to a 9 to 5 and put your kid in daycare. So, okay. So what are you fueling your mind with? Are you fueling it with self-development? And everybody, if you're in that push group, can you please just comment in the chat, what has self-development done for you over the past week? Because I seriously want people to hear this. Because I don't think anybody understands the beauty of self-development and what it does. I think y'all think I'm crazy or something. And why I do it, because it literally changed me. I would not be able to lead you like I lead you if I didn't do it. Change my business 100%. Makes my day better because it gives me a better attitude. Made me more confident. And another person feels so confident. Get out of bed and gets me working. Made me want to better myself in my business. Yes. I'm more confident. Gives me a better attitude. Yeah. So everybody who's in this push is killing it with the self-development. Like, y'all, it is something else. Focus and put on your blinders. And this is so crucial. Anybody in here, is there anybody in here that wants to go to the top? Like, are y'all in this with me until, like, we reach ambassador or what? Like, and then obviously for life after that, like, just like, are anybody in here going to the top of the company or what? Like, for life. This is like me for life. Like, you will see me, like, when I'm a granny with this jacket on. Like, I don't even care. I'm here for life. So, you need to focus. You need to focus and put your blinders on. I am talking to you. If you're here for part-time, let me tell you, I'm talking to the people here that are here full-time wanting to go ambassador. This is the thing. You have got to focus on this business. This cannot be a hobby for you. If you are wanting to go to ambassador, okay, focus on your goals one step at a time. If you do not have goals in this business, if your goals are not written down, they are not going to happen. I am telling you that, to honest to God truth. If you don't see your goals every day, it's not going to happen. You are not going to see yourself promoting if you don't have goals. I'm talking little goals, big goals. I don't care. You need to have both. I have goals here. I want to pay this off. I want to pay that off. I don't want to have debt. And let me tell you, Mark Pentecost today, he said, be a slave to no one. If you owe somebody money, you are a slave to them. You slave to them to give them your money every month. Do you want to be a slave to somebody for the rest of your life? No, nobody does. Pay off that debt. I want you guys to make write down tonight. You need to seriously write down, what do you want to pay off? Because everybody in this Zoom right now has debt that stresses them out. So I want you to write it down. What are you going to pay off by December 31st this year? That's something, and it could be big, it could be small. I don't care if it's $500. I don't care if it's $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. Write it down and pay it off. Write down all of your experiences and write out your goals. Wow, look at that. It just tuned me right into that. Write down your experiences. That is amazing. Write down what has happened, what is going to happen, and write down your goals. Just like I said, you need to know, what are you going to pay off, guys. Be a slave to no one. If you aren't building new, you're rusting. Are you sitting there letting your team do the work, or sitting there like, why is my team not working? Meh, meh, meh. Well, are you enrolling anybody? If you're not enrolling any customers, you're not enrolling any distributors, you're rusting away. Maybe you're a leader, maybe you're Ruby, maybe you're Emerald, maybe you're executive, but you're not enrolling, you are basically rusting, okay? All right, so pay off debt. You aren't, guys, this is so crazy. You pay off debt. You aren't a slave, so you aren't a slave to anyone. Own your time, okay? To pay off that debt. You are not going to be a slave to anyone ever. Like, you have that opportunity. And that is so powerful to me. Like, I have so many friends. I have so much family that stresses over bills, loans. Like, you don't have the money, just take a loan for it. You don't have the money, use a credit card. Why? And then you're a slave to them for the rest of your life because you just screwed yourself into a big hole that you can't pay back. So you need to be building new, supporting your team. Has anybody in here ever had the guilty mom stage? Guilty mom stage. I'm on my phone too much. My husband said I'm on my phone too much. My mom said I'm on my phone too much. My kid said I'm always on my phone too much. Okay, listen to this. Everybody, no matter what you do, if you haven't figured this out yet, you're a bad mom, okay? Like, everybody says, oh, you don't breastfeed, you're a bad mom. Oh, you work full time, you're a bad mom. Oh, you're a stay-at-home mom, you're a bad mom. You don't send your kid to, you homeschool, you're a bad mom. You send your kid to private school, you're too overprotective. Everybody's going to have something to say no matter what you do. So just remember that, okay? But you're an awesome mom. If you're on here, you rock. The enemy's going to tell you that you're a bad mom, but your kids are going to thank you. And something that sticks with me, and it like really sits in my heart, is that if I didn't do this business, I would work full time. And I can guarantee Cammie, at 3 years old, understands that mommy works from my bedroom. This is in my bedroom, guys. Mommy works in her room sometimes during the day, so mommy doesn't have to go to work and be gone all day. Cammie understands and appreciates the fact that her daddy doesn't go to work anymore because mommy works a few hours a day away from her and around her. When we're watching a movie, I don't want to watch a Disney movie for the 100,000th time. I'm going to sit on my phone while we watch Rapunzel together and work. I hustle because I don't want my husband to go to work. I hustle because I want to be home and I don't want debt. So your kids are going to thank you. And I can promise you that when Cammie sees what we just did to take her to Disney World, when we got her season passes, and we'll probably go to Disney World 6 or 7 times in the next year. Do you think she's going to care that mom was working on her phone when she was sitting next to me playing and she didn't even want me to interact? Like, think about that, okay? Your kids are going to thank you. When you're able to provide life experiences with them, how many of you guys want to take your kids to Disney World? Because I can tell you, that was one of my first goals with this business, was be able to take my daughter to Disney World. That, it like hit me. Whenever I see somebody taking their kid to Disney World, I'm like, damn, we would never be able, like, I couldn't afford that. I can't afford that. And now I just bought annual passes because of it works. So for you, like, think about it. If you work 2 hours a day, your kids are looking at you like mom rocks. My mom is a badass. My mom works so hard to provide for me and my family. My mom worked so hard that my dad was able to be a stay-at-home dad and be there and watch me grow. My dad was there for every soccer game, every softball game, every cheerleading competition. Like, that right there is way, way, way more than me being on my phone for a few hours and saying, all right, honey, you need quiet time. Mommy's got to work. She understands that and she's cool with it because mom is literally here all the time. Mom is here all the time. I never have to leave. She's hurt, I'm here. She needs me, I'm here. I'm always here. And even though I'm on my phone sometimes, I'm conscious, I'm alive. She can come in and talk to me and, hey, hello, here, mom is. I can do whatever she needs me to do. So, you seriously have got to cut out the guilty mom stage. You've got to let it go because you're not. You're an awesome mom and you're doing this for your babies, whether it's 1 kid, 2 kids, 5 kids, 10 kids. You're doing it for your kids. So don't ever let that. Pray in the morning. Pray in the morning and start your day off on the right foot. That is so crucial to me. I know, like, if I'm not praying in the morning, my day doesn't always go the right way. Like, I need to be thankful. I'm thankful for this business. I'm thankful that somebody showed me this business. I'm thankful to be alive. I'm thankful for my health, my family. And, I'm thankful for a God that is able to, that provides for us. And I pray in the morning, every morning. And I literally ask for the right people to come into my life every single day. And that is what I know, like when I meet somebody, and it's just wild to me, because I literally will like say a prayer, I go about my day, and boom, somebody's in my inbox. It happens every time. I'm just like, please, let's, like, whoever needs us, come into my life. And this weekend at boot camp, I heard so many stories about how people came into contact with people. And to me, like, it was just like, it gave me chills. Like, everybody you meet, you need to talk to. Spend your focus time with your kids, and they will get sick of you, Pam Souter said. And that's so true, because Cammy will play with me for a little bit, and she's like, peace out, dude. Go into my room. Like, stop talking to me. I want to play Barbies by myself now. And I'm like, cool, because obviously I was messing up the scripts. So she goes and she plays her Barbie stories, but with herself, like, after a while. But I spend that focus time with Cammy. I mean, Cammy, we do, like, homeschool preschool. Like, I don't send her to preschool. We do, like, workbooks and stuff at home. And, we spend that focus time. We play dolls. We play Barbies. We watch movies. We eat snacks. We go play outside. And all that is focus time with that. And then mommy works. Okay. Now, in a funk. If you haven't ever been in a funk, newsflash, you're going to get into one. At one point in your business, actually several points in your business, you're going to get into what we call the funk, which means you're like stuck in this rut. You're like, I don't know what to do. I'm lazy. I don't know. I don't want to feel like working. Nobody's signing up. My life sucks, whatever. You need to just say no. The second that you start feeling yourself going down, say no, get out, okay? Write down your goals again. Say, okay, I am Ruby in the next 30 days. I am this. I need to pay this off. I need this to happen. Whatever. In the next whatever amount of days, you need to write down your goals, have strong goals, and be specific. Say no to distractions. If you're not specific with your goals, like, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, I'm sure you do. A lot of people do. So what are you going to do to be a stay-at-home mom? That's what I need to know. What do you have to do? I need to make, $500 a month. Or I need to make $2,000 a month, and I need to pay off this to be able to be a stay-at-home mom. All right. So you need to have strong goals. Be specific with yourself. I want to pay off my car. I want to, I want to be able to put $500 extra a month on the mortgage. I want to be able to pay off my credit cards. I want to go to Disney World. Well, how about this? I want you guys to do this. If your goal is to go to Disney World, get more specific than that. Why don't you look up what it costs to go to Disney World? For you and your family to go to Disney World, I want you to have a quote. Go in there. Put what hotel do you want to stay at? How many people do you have in your family? Are you going to get the meal plan? Add it all together and see how much that costs, and then start saving for it. I bet you're going to start working harder, because you're going to see, okay, it costs $3,000 for me to go to Disney World, or $4,000 to go to Disney World. Well, if it costs you $4,000, are you going to work hard? What if you could take your kid to Disney World for Christmas? How would that feel? I want you guys to think about that and set that goal. If that's what your goal is, like, I'm just telling you an example, but seriously, write down what it is. Like, how much is it going to cost, and how are you going to get there? Okay. Yeah, don't write just goals. Write your action plans. Exactly. Say no to your distractions. Distractions. Netflix makes you no money. Hello, good morning. Netflix does not make money. Okay? Cleaning the house does not make you money. Yeah, it needs to be clean, but y'all, I'm telling you, that laundry's going to be there tomorrow. You can live out of a basket. I do that all the time. We don't do laundry around here. Just wash it, dry it, put it in a basket. Dishes. Okay? Don't be overly obsessed with things like that. Don't be distracted by errands. Like, guys, I get distracted by errands. I could stay out forever doing errands. But, like, I know it's a waste of time. When you're in a funk, you want to stop. And you're going to say, I want to do this to help supplement. I'm going to start selling t-shirts. I'm going to start making these crafts and sell these crafts to make extra money, because it works isn't making me enough money right now. No. Why would you start something else when you have this and you can make unlimited money with this? That funk is telling you, the enemy who's against you is trying to tell you to do something else to distract you from this, so you don't have success with this. Okay? Say no. If you start thinking of other ideas to supplement your income, just say no. Wrap somebody. Something that is so important is, if you're in a funk, if you wrap somebody, they're going to get results. You're going to be so excited. I can promise you that. Guys, I'm not kidding you. I just signed up a distributor, and I actually gave her greens last week, and I'm pumped up. I'm like, dude, girl, she's out of energy. You need energy, girl? Let me give you some of these greens. I gave her greens out of my purse, and I give her and then her coworker some greens. And she texted me pumped up about the greens, okay? And she's pumped up about the greens. And I'm pumped up because I'm like, heck yeah, this girl loves the greens. I love the greens. Everybody needs greens. We all love the greens. I'm excited. But giving her those greens, wrapping somebody, that's going to get you excited, okay? And that's going to get you back into the goal. So make sure you're constantly doing that. If you're constantly getting the wrap on somebody, if you're constantly getting somebody to try the greens or getting somebody to try the wow, you are constantly getting new customers. You're opening your mouth. You're talking. Your business is open. You're going to enroll people like that. So get out of it. Start doing it. Stay focused on your goals. Steer where you stare. Are you staring at an ambassador or are you staring at your empty steps to success saying, I wish I had some customers? What are you looking at? Are you looking at your bills going, I don't know how I'm going to pay this? Or are you looking at this business saying, I need to message more people so my paycheck is bigger so I can pay these bills? Where are you staring? That's where you're going. So if you're staring at somebody who sucks, who's broke, who maybe your friend is discouraging, it works sucks, it works a scam, whatever. If you're looking at that and you're listening to that, that's where you're going. You're going to go to the same place that your friend's at that says it works as a scam. And I don't care what anybody says. If you're hanging out with the wrong crowd, you're going to become the wrong crowd. So you're steering where you steer where you stare. That's just, it's going to happen. Okay. So maybe you're like, okay, you went so hard to promote. I promoted last month. I'm killing it. I'm going hard. And then I am so tired. I'm just tired. I'm tired. My kid's driving me nuts. I've had a really bad day. I worked the business so hard for the past 50 days. And I just need a break. How many moms say that? I need a break. Okay. Hide under your covers for a few hours. Lock your bedroom door. Hide in your room for a few hours. But get right back up and go at it and lead from the front. Your team is going to do what you do. So if you're not going to do anything, your team's not going to do anything. So if you're not enrolling customers, your team's not enrolling customers. If you're not excited, if you're not leading from the front, if you're not going live, if you're not doing this, your team's not going to do it. So you're not going anywhere. Okay? Get right back up. Do not sit down. Do not be lazy. Guys, it is so much easier to be lazy and to let that laziness sink in. You're just like, oh, whatever. But then your team's going to do it, and then you're going to wonder why you have $100 paycheck. So it's so crucial to keep yourself going. All right. When you are that busy and you're going nuts and you're like, I need a break, there's going to be a day that you wish that you had that back in your business. There is going to be a day that you're like, I wish I had 500 people signing up on my team. I wish I had 1 million customers that I feel so stressed to handle. There's going to be a day that you wish that was back. Okay. So when is enough enough? Now this. When is enough enough? Okay. When I first started this business, I thought $500. I wanted $500. And then I wanted 1,000 and then 5,000 and then 10,000. Guys, $10,000 a month is something that I honestly, that was a dream for me. Making $120,000 a year, that's holy, that's a lot of money. And you know what? After I made, 10, I'm like, why not 25? When is enough enough? When you realize that you're made for more, why would you limit yourself? I honestly would never, ever, ever stop until God tells me, yo, it's enough. I'm going to keep going. I'm excited. I don't need $20,000 a month, but it's cool to be able to make that kind of money, right? To be able to average 20 grand a month, 25, $30,000 a month. I'm excited for that. And, if you second guess yourself, you're basically you're telling, this is Cindy Pentecost, Cindy, Mark's wife, the Cindy Pentecost said this. If you second guess yourself and what you're doing, you're telling God no. You're here for a reason. And you ever have those moments where you're like, dang, I should have blitzed her. Or I wish I had the confidence to tell this girl about the business. You ever thought about that? And you're like, man, I really wish I would have messaged that girl, or I really wish that I would have said that. And now I didn't. You just basically shut the door that God opened for you by doing that. You get those feelings for a reason. So I love that when she said that, if you second guess, you're telling God no. And that just hit me all right then, Cindy, sit back down, hide in my seat for a sec. Okay. There's more and you're made for it. People want to be asked. and you can do hobbies for this. Like, okay, so fun fact of the day. All right. So I know I went live like on our team page a few weeks ago talking about how I met this girl. I really liked her personality. I loved her Facebook, and I noticed, and she like posted about her business, and I was like interested in her business. She did nails. I was like, oh my gosh, this girl does nails. I'm so excited. I need a new nail salon. I would love to go like let her try that. And I mean, it's not really a hobby, guys. I don't really have legit hobbies. Like some people like sports. I'm not one of those people. So like shopping, I guess, is my hobby. But I like to get my nails done. So I met this lady. I was so excited to meet her and let her do my nails. And I literally met her, and I loved her personality. She's so awesome. She's going to kill it. She's on our team now, y'all. So, hey, welcome. But seriously, I went and met her, and I prayed that morning. I was like, I really want to meet somebody who needs this business, who like helped me find somebody. And then I saw her post. I commented on it and still did not correlate it. And then when I was talking to her and she was interested in the business, she needed extra money. Boom, there we go. So you can use your hobbies to build this business. So if you're into volleyball, do join like a volleyball league. Become a volleyball coach. Meet the moms. If you're into like being a PTA mom, like doing all that stuff with the school, do it. Meet people. Why is it that you're so scared to go out and just talk and make friends when you could easily do that to do this business? Like, why don't you use what you're going to do anyways to build your business? I'm always going to get my nails done. So hello. Like, that was awesome for me. One, I could support somebody else's small business, but two, I could potentially meet somebody who needs this, and she did. And then also, for you, like, I can go out to the mall today, and I guarantee there's a mom working retail that wishes she was home with her kids that I am going to meet, that I have to shop anyways to get Cami clothes. I already have to do this. I already have to do that. But why don't I talk to them about the business? Make it a point to talk to the people you run into, because you can do fun things to build this. You don't have to just, sit back and like pray for social media to take off. Like, I never had the confidence to do this before, but I honestly have been praying about it. I've been wanting to do it. I've been forcing myself 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to talk to people about it in real life, because I never wanted to do it. But ever since I've been doing it, I feel so much more confident. Decide what you want, and you're never going to stop. And I think this is so important. So decide what you want, and you're never going to stop. What do you want with this business? And if you really focus yourself on that want, you're never going to stop. Like, if your why makes you cry, you're never going to stop. Because if I start telling you about my why, like, there's sometimes like I'm just talking and I just want to cry because like I'm so passionate about it. So if your why isn't making you cry, like you need a new one, because it should. And two, like, you have people looking up to you, okay? Whether you know it or not, you have people looking up to you. So even if you're an executive, even if you're a distributor, you haven't promoted yet, but maybe you have nobody on your team. There is somebody on your Facebook that wishes that they had the confidence that you have to start something new, to be bold, to be confident, to post those before and afters that you posted, to talk about your health, to talk about your situation, to talk about your story. There's somebody that admires you for that. And you cannot, like, you gotta remember, when you're building this, somebody is looking up to you. Somebody is watching you. Somebody is wishing that they had the confidence that you had. So are you going to let them down by quitting? Like, no. Like, I literally, like, when they said that, like, you have a group looking up at you, like, sometimes even I forget. And I'm like, I would never quit on my team. Like, I am never going to be a quitting leader, ever. Nobody that I ever enroll, you will never, ever, ever see me quit on you. I will be here forever. And it's like, that hit me. Like, I have a team of people that trusted me to enroll with me. They trusted me with $100. And I will never, ever, ever let them down. So I want you to think about it. There's people that trust you. They're trusting you to talk to you about the business. It's scary for people, okay? And you are trusted with their $100 to help them, to teach them how to do this, and to be there for them as a friend. How will you respond when life happens to you, okay? How are you going to respond? Okay, something happens, guys. Things always happens. Like, there's always going to be something that sucks. A bill's going to come up. Maybe somebody passes away. Maybe maybe, I don't even know, something breaks, or maybe your husband loses his job. Are you going to use that to be depressed and sad forever? Are you going to be like, just let it kill your life? Let it make you want to stay in your bed all day? Like, honest to God, guys, like, I can tell you this from personal experience. Like, I know somebody right now who's going through a divorce and basically cries all the time and never gets out of bed. And I just want to like strangle her and be like, get up. You can do this. Like encourage, like speak life into her, because that is not something that needs to ruin your life. And I feel like when things happen like that, your self-worth goes down. So let me just preach to you on your self-worth for a second, because if anything ever bad happens to you, which it's going to, I want you to always remember that you are worth more and that you can recover from it, okay? Like there's stuff that happens to people every day, and you can get up and you can do it. You can do better. You can move on. Things are always going to happen, and I can tell you that sometimes you just need that day under the covers. Like tomorrow, the next day, just get up. What is done is done. It cannot be changed, but you can recover and you can move on. So I am telling you, do not let it bring you down forever. Get your stuff together so that you can help others achieve their needs. Take care of yourself for a day, but honest to God, if you keep like absorbing and thinking and marinating on the fact that whatever shitty thing just happened to you is going on, you're never gonna recover. You're gonna want to stay in your bed under the covers all day long and cry. And you can't do that. You've got to move on, especially if you have kids. You cannot let them see that think it's okay to just be depressed for your whole life. Get up, get help, talk to your friends, talk to me, whatever you need, but seriously, get up and get out of that funk. Okay, so you need to be doing a 6 list every single day. Hundreds list, contacting, following up. These are just some ideas that should go on it. Building relationships, sharing your story with somebody daily. And guys, like I said, got my nails. I'm just using this example because it just happened to me, but sharing your story. I shared my story. Like, well, how long have you been doing it works? I've been doing it for 2.5 years, and I started because blah, 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 blah. On Facebook, I started because blah, 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 blah. I talk to people, I tell them my story because I guarantee if God led me to them, they know, I know that there's a connection that we have, whether you're a teen mom, whether you are in nursing school, maybe you're a nurse, maybe you're struggling to pay bills, maybe you cry all the time because your bills are due and you don't have the money. Like all that stuff I relate to, so I always want to share my story. So share your story daily. Team stuff, talk to your team, build with your team, build relationships with your customers, and do personal development and go to events. There is an event, I don't know if, I know somebody was in Arizona area, but we have an event in Arizona. I just saw it on the one team, or the thing coming up, but look for an event near you. If you don't get to events, I can't even explain to you, like, what you're missing out on. All this stuff I'm telling you, I got from the event. So I just want you guys to know, like, you need to get to one. There is no shortcuts to success. Stay connected, pour life into your team, authentic, and get real with people, okay? Be real. Don't lie. Don't exaggerate. You need to tell people, you need to be real and authentic with people so they can relate to you. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the hundreds list for a second. Guys, I know this is going to kind of jump around a little bit because things kept happening in different orders, but the hundreds list, have conversations and listen to somebody. Sometimes, you talk to somebody, you're like, hey, how's your day going? So bad, like, blah, 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 blah. I had this happen, and I'm really upset. My kids, are sick, but they're at daycare because I had to be here today. Like, if you just listen to that person and talk to them, like, you know what, girl, like, I honestly feel like you'd be really good at what I do. Let me get your number. I'm going to text you later. And talk to them. Be relatable. Have conversations with people on your hundreds list and listen to what they have to say. Be relatable and be in groups. You can go to groups that relate to you. So, like, I know, like, the person who was doing this, Erin Tweed, had infertility issues. She joined infertility groups to relate to people. She's not going on there like, hey, buy my stuff. But she's finding people that she can be friends with, that she can relate to, so that she can, get them on her team eventually. Because you know what? I guarantee there's a mom on there that can't afford in vitro, but she really wants it, and she's struggling, and, like, they don't know what to do, but this business could pay for it for her. So that's just one example. But find out what it is that you relate to, what you like to, what is it about you that's unique? Find a group about it, because I'm sure there is one, and build relationships with other people. Go through your friends list and see who you haven't talked to. I love this. If you haven't, like, if you go through your friends list, you're gonna be like, holy crap, how do I have all these people on here, but I never see ever see any of these person's posts. That's because of the algorithm. So go in your Facebook friends, scroll through, who do you not talk to, put them on your hundreds list. And this is so cool. Okay, so this girl was talking about how she wanted to open up a salon. She was a hair stylist, and she wanted to open up a hair salon, and she was trying to see, like, how much it costs. It costs $100,000 to open a hair salon in her area. And then she said it would cost she would need about 15 to 20 customers a day to make a profit in that salon. So 15 to 20 people needed to be in her salon to make a profit each day. Now, I want you to think about this for a second. We started this business for $99. Some of you started for $10. $99, $100,000. That's a pretty big difference, right? And to get that business to be profitable, we need 15 to 20 customers a day. So let me ask you something. What would happen to your $99 business if you got 15 to 20 loyal customers a day? Like, if you own that hair salon, what would you do to get those people there so you can make a profit? But and it works, you're like, well, I hope I get a customer today. Like, your business is not profitable if you're not bringing in a customer. What if you treated your business like that, where you got 15 to 20 customers a day instead of just one, and praying you even get one? What if you treated your business like that? Imagine how far you would go. College, high school, old jobs. Oh, that's a good place to like kind of see, like, who did I interact with in college? Who did I interact with in high school? Maybe some old jobs you worked at. You say you're running out of people, but are you making excuses for them? There was a story told on stage today where this girl, she had a friend on her friends list, and this is why you should never judge anybody when you're looking for somebody to join your team, okay? So she said there was this girl on her Facebook. She was an attorney or a lawyer, what, I don't even know, whatever. And obviously they make a lot of money. And so she was like, oh yeah, that girl's never going to want the business. And the girl came to her and was asking about the business. And then she said, well, I just want to ask you something. Why did you never ask me about the business? Like, did you think like I wasn't going to be good at it or something? Like, could you imagine if somebody came to you and said, why didn't you invite me or ask me about the business? Do you think that I wouldn't be good? Like, could you imagine how that girl felt like in that moment of time? Like, ouch, right? Like that, like, I'm so glad nobody said that to me, because I was like, how do you respond to that? That is awful. So I'm like, okay, I am like, just don't ever judge. Like, you don't know. One time, like, I seriously have a person on our team is a pharmacist and her husband is a doctor. Would you offer, let's get real in the chat real quick. Would you have offered the opportunity to somebody who's a pharmacist and her husband's a doctor? Like, would you have messaged them? No. Do you know how much debt they have from school? Like, you ever thought about that? You know how much it costs? So, like, that's an eye-opener for me. Like, heck no. Like, I would not message them. When she asked me about the business, I was like, what? Like, you want to do this? And she's like, yeah, you don't understand how much, like, debt we have. And I was like, cool. And then I heard this, and I'm like, damn, like, why don't I ever think about that? Like, those people want freedom. And the reason that lady said that lawyer attorney lady, that she wanted to do this business was because she's tired of slaving for somebody else. So, wow, powerful. I'm tired of being away from my kids all the time. Powerful. So don't be selfish. Work on your strengths, okay? Pay stuff off. I honestly have several people on my friends list that I assume don't end the business because of their career. Yeah. I'm telling you, like, right now. Imagine. Like, think about how many hours people work. They might have a good career, but think about how many hours they work. Sometimes, not sometimes, all the time. Memories are worth more than slaving for that kind of money. And with this, we can make the money and have the time. It is a legit win-win. Like, so, wow, that was an eye-opener for me. Pay stuff off. I just, like, Mike Patillo was, like, going in on, like, a speech, and he's like, pay stuff off. Like, stop hoarding the money. Stop doing that. Like, stop, making excuses, and just pay that stuff off so you are a slave to no one. Slave to no one, slave to no one, slave to no one. Drilling that into your head. The only place success comes before work is in the dictionary. Let me see. All right, so I'm going to finish this, and then I'm going to go into a little bit of product knowledge, y'all. Okay. Attention to customer retention leads to residual income. So retaining your customers, making sure that they are happy with the product, what they're getting is amazing. That is going to that's what's going to keep you making a lot of money, and it's the key to residual income. So whenever you're treating your customers like a customer, like I want you guys to think of the best customer service you've ever had. Like, why do you go to Chick-fil-A? Because they basically freaking kiss your booty to make sure that you come back. My pleasure. I can get that for you. Do you want a refill? Like, it's a fast food joint and they come around to your table and ask you if you want a refill. So you always go back to Chick-fil-A. Okay. People come in this business to teach you something. Don't take anything personal. Like, if somebody quits, don't take it personal. You're an amazing person. You're an amazing leader. And, don't take anything personal. People come in to teach you a lesson. So sometimes people come in and sometimes they quit. It was a lesson learned. You needed that person to teach you something so that you can move on and be a better leader. Don't confuse movement with progress. Everything that requires work is worthwhile. To grow, sometimes you must suffer. People quit because they are weak. And I want to talk about this too for a second, because Pam Souter, okay, at the end of this boot camp, Pam Souter talked to this girl and she was crying, guys. Like, when I'm telling you, like, crying, it's like that kind of cry where you're like so upset and you just like want to let everything loose and you're just so pissed off. Like, you just want to like freak out. Like, this is what's happening to this girl. Like, Pam drills. She crawls into your soul and makes you say what you're feeling. So she crawled into this girl's soul and she's like, you know what? She's like, what's wrong? Like, she was a diamond. She's like, why aren't you going double diamond? Like, what's holding you back? What are you upset about? And she was like, people quit. And I just get and she literally said this exact words, like, I get so pissed off that people quit. And everybody's like clapping, like, Lord, yes. And then Pam's like, who else gets so pissed off when people quit? And I was like, and everybody's cheering. Everybody understands. But honestly, guys, those people come in to teach you something. And I truly believe, like, I am not a quitter. If you're a quitter, you're a quitter. You're always going to lose because you quit. Quitting is quitting. Quitting means you give up. Quitting means you're a loser. You quit. Like, you lose, you quit, whatever. You can never win if you quit. So what is most important to me is, like, sometimes people quit and it pisses me off. Sometimes people, will quit in your team and it's going to do the same thing for you. I get so frustrated. I'm like, why? Like, do you not see where this can take you? And then, I'm like, all right, you know what? They're a quitter. That's all right. I'm going to find somebody who wants this business. They taught me a lesson. And for you guys, like, I want you to remember that anybody that comes in your business is teaching you a lesson. They're going to teach you something, whatever it is. They're going to learn something. And I really hold that near and dear to my heart. Pam Souter was saying it over and over and over and over. That's why not everybody's a millionaire. That's why not everybody makes it to ambassador, because they give up, they quit. They quit, they give up. It's hard. Nothing worth having is easy. And if it was easy, we would have a million millionaires. Okay? Like, I love that, like, that theory is like, dude, if it was easy, everybody's going to do it. But because it's not easy, only a very small percentage of people are going to do it. And that's why those small percentage of people, the small percentage have yachts. They have islands. They have the freedom of time. They don't have to slave to anybody. That's why those people are looked at by the large percentage down here. I want that life. I want that life. I want that life. But how many of these people are going to do what it takes to have this life? Very small percentage. Okay. On days you're not feeling it, get up and do it anyways. Discipline and consistency. Hard work works. Don't procrastinate. 99% of people assume they'll just get better on their bad days. They just assume things are going to get better. They're just assuming. But 100% of people that assume that things are going to get better are disappointed. We run from the truth. You need to run to it. And this is something huge. You'll read about me years from now. And I love that. Like, you're going to read about me in a book years from now. People don't want you to succeed. The bigger your dreams, the more people will try to stop you. Hold true to your vision, and not everybody is going to see it. And guys, everybody, when I started this business, thought I was an idiot. They're like, there is no way that this girl is ever going to make that kind of money. This girl's down. My parents, my own parents, you're stupid. Like, there's no, like, Katie, you're stupid. Like, there's no way. Still make fun of me. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Are you making money right now? They always joke with me and say that. And I'm like, Actually, I am, but haha, joke's on you. But seriously, they make fun of me still. Not everybody's going to see that vision. If I would have let my parents, which they used to dictate everything I did, they used to say, like, always, anything I did growing up, I just trusted them. They're my parents, you know? So if I would have listened to that, I would be making crap pay as a nurse, working crap hours, and being away from my kid all the time. Pretty glad that I didn't listen to them. Pretty glad I'm a stay-at-home mom and I retired my husband. When you build an army, there's going to be an enemy. So when you're building your team, there's always going to be people hating. Surround yourself with amazing people with goals. If your friends don't have goals, go. And don't be afraid to piss people off. Biggest things I've learned. Okay, now I'm gonna bring in Christy first. So Christy, hi, hello. Let me unmute you. I hope you're ready. And Christy, hold on. All right, Christy, you're unmuted. Hi.
Hey.
All right, so let me bring up these questions that I exactly typed to you so I don't freak you out.
Yeah.
All right. Was this event, and like guys, I'm interviewing Christy and Chelsea to basically get them to explain to you a little bit about how the event was for them. Let me, all right, here's Christy. So, was the event worth going to and why?
Absolutely. I had to like make notes and think about it. It really was, honestly, because like it's one thing to hear other people talk about events and actually be there. Like you feel the excitement. The main thing it made me think of is like being on a roller coaster. Yes, you can watch videos of people on roller coasters. You can hear people talk about the roller coasters. But if you're not actually sitting in that roller coaster, you're not going to understand the excitement. And that's really how it felt for me. Like being in the room with all these people and everyone's excited and pumped up, you're going to be pumped up and excited too. And also like everyone takes away different things from it. Like all the people, different people that share their stories, you know, like kind of like you said, you got to relate to somebody, you know, whoever's taking notes and sharing, you know, like you may get one experience from it, but I may hear someone else's story and it resonates with me. So it's definitely better to experience it yourself.
What was your favorite part about the trip? Like out of everything we did, what was your favorite part?
Oh my God, easily the dinner with Pam Souter. That was freaking amazing. Like being able to just like be on that personal level and small group setting. That was amazing, getting to hear like everyone's personal comments in that kind of setting. It was amazing.
Yeah, that was crazy. Guys, it was like a dinner of 15. So it was like 15 people, including Pam and her husband, Dr. Don, like all these important people. And then there's like me, Christine, and Chelsea. So what was the best tip that you learned?
For me, it was something so simple and like it should be so obvious that I felt dumb for realizing I didn't do that. When someone said, when you're, you know, keep up with your customers, and I do this like every month, I make sure to check in with them. But I always say, you know, if there's something you wanted to change, you can do that now. But they said, don't ever say that. Ask them if they want to add something to their order. And that just seemed like I should be doing that.
Yeah, I actually thought about that too. I was like, dang, that was amazing. What was like your biggest aha moment?
Mine was actually when you already talked about the story with the attorney, because it's true. Like that's definitely not someone that I would think to ask about, you know, so you would just assume they already have plenty of money. They're fine. And now I know not to judge anybody.
Well, you know, what's crazy actually, Chrissy, this is kind of funny, but when I first met you, I was like, oh, well, yeah, probably not going to need the money. Like, no way.
Yeah, it's true. Like, I'm really not in it for the money.
No, it was something so crazy. I remember going to Chrissy's house when I met her for the first time. Again, building relationships with people. I went to feed the homeless with Chrissy. I never met her before. And then I was like, she posted about it somewhere, maybe on her Facebook. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'll do this. I've always wanted to do it anyways. Showed up to her house and I was like, well, damn, this girl's never going to join my team. And then here we are. So don't ever judge anybody. And like, seriously, because you just never know. Really quick though, because I just said that, tell everybody like why exactly, because this is something important. Like, why did you join the business? Like, obviously you guys have money, you're okay. So why did you join?
I joined mostly for friends and an excuse to get out the house. I was born and raised in one town, and then we moved here. I've been here for 2 years now, and I really didn't know anybody. And I'm pretty much an introvert. I like to stay by myself, but I told myself I needed a reason to get out the house and meet people and make friends and stop being like a recluse. it had nothing to do with the money. I mean, yeah, it's nice, but it really had nothing to do with that at all.
Love that. I love when you say that. So like, I feel like everybody joins for different reasons, and I joined for all of it. I needed everything. I sucked. So, I mean, I love that. Thank you so much, Christy.
You're welcome.
So let me, Chelsea, I'm coming for you. Hey, Chelsea. Where are you at?
Hey.
Hey, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Why didn't it work? Okay, there you are. All right, so why was was the event worth going to, and why do you think it was important? Because this is your first event, so. Wait, I can't hear you. Wait, hold on.
Hold on.
There you go. You're
Here?
good. Yep, you're good.
Okay, so yeah, it was my first event, and it was definitely worth going to. It was a really good experience. You know, I finally got to meet Katie. I got to meet Christy, you know, and just seeing top earners that I've been watching on Facebook, you know, watching their videos for inspiration. It was just so nice to get to see them in person and really just feel, you know, like to see their excitement, to hear their stories, to hear their success. And it was just amazing being in that room with all those people that have the same mindset as you. They want to better their business, you know, they want to make money to, you know, to better themselves and their family. And it was just really nice to, you know, get away and just being in that environment, meeting new people and learning, you know, amazing tips from top earners. It was a really great experience, and I cannot wait for conference. So
Yeah, it was
definitely worth it.
What was your favorite part, like, out of everything?
I mean, obviously the dinner. Just like Christy said, I mean, the dinner was just amazing. I never thought I would be invited to something like that. And that really helped kind of boost my confidence up, getting, you know, to talk to Kay and Pam and, you know, Lauren and all those people. It was just so nice to get to kind of know them on a personal level. You know, we didn't just sit there and talk about, you know, business stuff the whole time, but it was nice to just be able to ask them questions, you know, and just kind of hear from them. And then, like, I also just really liked seeing, you know, different point of views from all the different top earners they brought on stage, and just hearing, you know, how they came, you know, how they came in the business, why they joined and stuff like that, and just hearing their tips and stuff.
Yeah, speaking of tips, what was the best one? Like, what do you think your best tip that you learned was?
I really liked how, I don't remember who it was that talked about the customer retention, but like I never really kind of know when their 3 months is up. Like, I thought it was really cool how the one girl said, you know, hey, you know, if you sign up for another 90-day challenge, I'll give you, you know, you'll get $50 in free product credit that I can give to you, you know, after you complete your next 90-day challenge. Like, I never thought about wording it that way. I always kind of feel, you know, awkward when I try to ask them, you know, hey, are you going to, you know, keep ordering, or are you done? Like, I never really kind of knew the best way to go about that. And so I really liked that you can just kind of make it seem like you're giving them that deal, and it's not something that, you know, everybody gets. You know, you just make them feel special because you're giving them those perk points. So I really thought that was really helpful for me.
Yeah, that's a killer. I loved that. I was like, that is so genius. Like, I can't believe I didn't think of that.
Yes, it is.
What hit you, like, right in the feelings? Like, what was your aha moment?
Well, at the end when Pam brought up, not the girl you were talking about, but the really tiny girl, her husband or boyfriend was in the Marines. She was like only like 18 or 19. The really shy girl, and she had joined in July, and Pam asked her in front of everybody if, you know, if she had a customer yet. She said no. If she had a distributor yet, and she said no. And Pam, you know, I didn't even know this about Pam, but she said that it took her 6 months to get her first customer and her first distributor. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, someone who is that big, like top in the company like that, and it took them 6 months, and I was complaining about it taking 3 weeks to get my first customer, you know? Like, that really just made me like, wow, like, never give up, because look at where she's at. And it took her 6 months to get her first distributor and her first customer. So I thought that was really, really amazing that, you know, that she shared that with us, and just kind of made me feel, you know, way more comfortable. And I think it made that little girl feel comfortable. I almost started crying when she had her up there.
Yeah, that was something like basically Pam asked the crowd like who has signed up and has not got a customer or distributor, and people raised their hand, and they were one. I like am so proud of them for getting to that event. Like that is amazing that you had enough confidence to join in July and then show up to an event at the end of September and say, "Yo, I haven't got anybody yet." And Pam called her up, and she straight like I told you, Pam digs into the soul, man. Like I don't know how that girl wasn't crying. Like if Pam talks to me like that, like I'm just like, oh my God. And so like she just went into her soul and like lifted her up. And I can like that girl, I actually saw it on the VIP page today. She is on fire, like killing it right now because Pam just gave her confidence that she needed. Yeah, that girl was awesome. Like I was so like surprised, but man, like she was a young mom. She has a Marine husband and or a boyfriend, or I don't know what he was, like something like that. And she just wanted to bring him home, and like it was just powerful. And I mean, Chelsea, like what would you like when you hear these stories? Like, doesn't it make it like so real for you? Like it just hits you in a way like
it does.
You can't understand. Like it's just something you have to be there for. So
yeah, it was amazing.
Thank you, Chelsea.
You're welcome.
All right. So, yeah, guys. So you guys heard it. Like seriously, it was a life-changing event, and I am seriously like I just cannot believe how incredible it was, and it was so cool to be able to take Chelsea and Christy and do these cool dinners and the cool like lunches and experiences. Like y'all, I had lunch with Pam's husband and like all these top earners, and then we had dinner with Pam and her husband and all these top earners, and like being able to just like imagine sitting down at a table with her. Like I want you guys to just think about that, like sitting down at a table with Pam and talking to her, just having a conversation, having her speak life into you. That was something that that was so cool and so intimate and just so incredible. And having Kay and like all the ambassadors like at the diamond party, like I was like hanging out with Ashley Sinclair and Mike Patillo and Kay Sauter and Susan Wade, and it was just something else. Like it was honestly something else, and that was something that I really want you guys. I encourage you to get on your It Works app right now, and I want you to look for an event near you, and I want you to go. I want you to freaking go. If it's in within 5 hours, go. Like me and Chrissy drove 7, Chelsea drove 4. Like that event was the bomb, and I'm telling you, I never, ever, 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 ever regret going to an event. Like it is so much fun, and you learn something every time. So anyways, for those of you guys in Charlotte area, there's a Shelby 1 Team 1 Mission on Saturday, so get there. But other than that, y'all, I'm going to save the product training for another time because it's been like a really long Zoom, but I had to share that with you guys because it has changed me as a leader. I honestly feel so amazing since I have been back for this like past like 48 hours. It's just like I'm taking it all in. I'm killing it. Like I'm ready to go. And excuse me, the product launch tomorrow is going to be insane. And somebody just said, I saw it on there earlier, that they had another piece to the puzzle. So, let me see. I'll show y'all real quick. It's going to be released in 16 hours. So 16 hours. What's the math on that? 12 hours would be 10, 42, so 11, 12, 1, 2. I'm assuming it's 305. All right, so I still don't get it. It's shoes. It's shoes and sunglasses. Guys, this thing is ridiculous. I really don't understand what it is. Shoes, sunglasses, headphones, bobby pins, glasses, paper clips, avocado. I have no idea. So lost. So anyways. All right, y'all. So I will talk to you guys later. Stay tuned. I'll do a live tomorrow on the page, and I will go ahead and let y'all know about what the product formulator had to say about our products, how to use them, different tips, things like that I learned. So I am super excited to share that with you guys, but I hope you guys all took away something from this Zoom. I hope that I was able to portray some of the things like in the way that I heard them. But stay tuned tomorrow at 3:05 because we're getting a new product. So be ready to pre-order it because it's gonna go out fast, and I'm like literally ordering it the second it comes out. So get ready, y'all. Have an awesome night, and I will talk to y'all later.